For Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio, I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. The threat of excessive rainfall ends over the Gulf Coast. However, the threat of showers and strong to severe thunderstorms moves over Florida. The hazards associated with these storms are frequent lightning, severe thunderstorm wind gusts, and hail, with a minimum threat of tornadoes. By tomorrow, the showers and storms move off the southern tip of Florida as the front moves offshore. Closer to home, scattered rain and high mountain snow showers off and on today. Temperatures will be below normal for mid-March. Tree pollen is high right now, causing allergy sufferers, such as myself, to feel rotten. Oh, and I'm losing my voice. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. The village of Tularosa is having a special meeting this Friday at 4 p.m. You can view the meeting agenda by visiting villageoftularosa.com. On Saturday, the Tularosa Honor Society had their pancake breakfast fundraiser. Teacher Melanie Boussier told us how it went.
I just wanted to thank the community for coming out on Saturday and supporting Tularosa National Honor Society's pancake breakfast. We had a great turnout and totally exceeded our expectations. And just to let you know that every penny that we raised on Saturday goes towards chapter expenses, our charter fees, and it all goes right back to the kids. So again, thank you so much to the outlying communities for coming out, supporting us, and supporting a great organization.
The organization works hard to keep students engaged and dedicated to academic success. The City of Alamogordo is asking for you to take an event survey on city events. The survey can be found on the homepage of the City of Alamogordo's website or by visiting the city's Facebook page.
This is Lieutenant William Skaggs with Alamogordo Fire Department. With spring fast approaching, citizens would like to burn off their Bermuda grass lawns to make them grow better. However, Alamogordo City Ordinance 12-01-020 regulates open burning within the City of Alamogordo. If you wish to burn your lawn, you must first apply for a burn permit with Alamogordo Fire Department. You can apply for this burn permit at 619 Texas Avenue, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, or give us a call at 575-439-4298 for more specific questions.
Well, today is Monday. It's time for a pup date from Animal Village NM.
Hi, this is Sunny Harris with Animal Village NM. 2 sleepy dogs and a cat purring while he's watching the rain in my lap. I want to tell you a St. Patrick's Day story that is very much an Animal Village NM type of story, but it didn't start out very lucky. Last week, I received a call from 2 of our adopters in Santa Fe, and they were both absolutely in tears on different phones talking to me. Winding the clock back, several years ago, we did a 911 mommy rescue, and we rescued 3 mommy dogs from El Paso, all of whom had puppies and all of whom were scheduled to be destroyed. One of those mommies was Cinnamon, and she was never quite right. She was very dog aggressive, and unfortunately she attacked one of her own little puppies, and it was so bad that he almost didn't survive, but did with several months of surgeries and treatments. Then we adopted him to someone who turned out they were deploying and they didn't want him, and they left him in the yard for a year, so he was in very, very bad shape. And then we took him back, re-socialized him, got him a trainer, petsandhelpingdogs.com, who is in Alamogordo, and helped him progress, at which point we met Deb and Mark from Santa Fe, counselors who adopted him and gave him an incredible life for several years. Last week, like I said, they gave me a call. He had suddenly, unexpectedly passed away, and they were absolutely devastated beyond words. We talked and we talked and we talked, and I shared with them my belief that the way to honor the huge loss that a wonderful dog or cat leaves in your life is to open your heart to someone new and let them fill it, because your dog was all about making you happy, right? They followed my advice and my recommendation about 5 wonderful, open-hearted young dogs at Animal Rescue League of El Paso, where they temperament test, spay and neuter, vaccinate, everything, the whole 9 yards. They went down this weekend and they adopted Armani, who is already healing their hearts. And on the way home, they named him Luca, bringer of light. And that's exactly what Luca is doing. We're in touch throughout the night as they're walking him and training him to go potty outside and snuggling with him, and their tragedy has turned into joy. And that is animalvillagenm.org. Become a monthly sponsor or make a one-time donation. animalvillagenm.org.
Do your part to help. Man can learn a lot from dogs and cats. Number one being unconditional love. animalvillagenm.org. Speaking of unconditional love, I have a wonderful story about a dog's love coming up after the break. It's beautiful, so stay tuned for that, plus other news from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Let's breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Exhale very slowly. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ed Council.
Local news from local perspectives from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Local sports, local events, and local happenings, and more. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
On Friday, 32-year-old Jeremy Smith of Marion, South Carolina, was believed to have shot and killed New Mexico State Police officer 35-year-old Justin Hare during a traffic stop. Yesterday, the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office was involved with a deputy-involved shooting.
Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies were dispatched and responded to a report from a store clerk at a Murphy's gas station at 2730 Sunshine West Plaza Drive here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The clerk's description matched that of Jeremy Smith. Deputies located Smith walking on Unser, and they immediately started to establish a perimeter in a nearby residential neighborhood near Dennis Chavez Boulevard in Unser. During this time, as they had an eye on Mr. Smith, a foot pursuit ensued. Shots were fired. Some shots strike Smith. We don't know the amount right now or how many. That's still under investigation. But Smith was then taken into custody without further incident. Smith was transported to a local hospital where he's under guard being treated for his injuries at this point.
2 GoFundMes have been created for Hare's family, including one set up by the New Mexico State Police Association. A woman who admitted to killing her boyfriend over a decade ago is now accused of a string of Albuquerque robberies. Brooke Hefty was arrested on Friday alongside Isidro Gallegos. The pair are facing armed robbery and other charges, including use of a stolen car and using a gun to rob 4 different businesses. Back in 2008, Hefty had been charged with killing her boyfriend and eventually pled no contest to involuntary manslaughter. Both Hefty and Gallegos are currently being held in the Metropolitan Detention Center. Prosecutors have filed for pretrial detention against the pair. On the latest edition of Inside New Mexico with Steve Pierce, Danielle Hernandez was brought on to share a fresh perspective as a Hispanic mother and former Democrat on gun control and the border.
Don't get me wrong, I understand 100% a mother who wants to protect their child, a mother who wants to be there for their family, or even a father who wants to protect their family and bring them over here to the United States. But we have to have better policies and procedures in place to be able to identify those family men, to be able to identify those mothers who just want to come across and identify them from the actual criminals. And right now, with the open border policy, we don't have that.
Yeah, and you can't identify anybody if you can't stop them long enough to get their fingerprints, to get their documents, maybe their passport or whatever legal documents they have. You'd like for them to have the birth certificates for their kids, because you got a lot of human traffickers that get kids and come here purporting to be legal guardians or parents. They're not, and then you get a kid that's exploited, maybe sold into child slavery, sexual slavery, whatever. So a lot of reasons to secure the border.
You can hear Inside New Mexico with Steve Pierce on most podcast platforms.
American agriculture is the foundation of our country. It's the backbone of a healthy and prosperous nation, made possible by the hard work of America's farms and ranches and the families who lead the way in conservation and innovation for the health of our planet. This year marks the 51st anniversary of celebrating National Ag Day on March 19th. The theme, Growing a Climate for Tomorrow, honors the soil, air, and water and recognizes all that farmers and ranchers do to responsibly steward those resources. This is a time when producers and countless others gather to recognize and celebrate American agriculture. National Ag Day also provides an opportunity to promote agricultural literacy and encourage everyone to broaden their understanding of agriculture's history and current economic, social, and environmental significance. The Agriculture Council of America will be hosting in-person events, but people from around the country can join the virtual event by visiting agday.org. This is Caitlin Spradley with the New Mexico Farm and Livestock Bureau Ag Minute.
Okay, animal lovers, get your Kleenex out. Andrew Budek Shoemeiser of Albuquerque has been ill and loses his balance quite frequently. A friend suggested that a big dog could help out with Andrew, so he adopted Peanut, a dog from the local animal welfare department, on March 9th. Peanut had been at the shelter since last November. On March 10th, Andrew fell and hit his head. He couldn't move, and to make it worse, he had fallen in just such a way that his windpipe was pinched shut.
And then I felt Peanut come up behind me. He cleared my airway by straightening out my head and then got behind me and gradually pushed me into a sitting position.
Andrew Budek Shoemeiser, speaking with KRQE.
I mean, I love the dog with all my heart. I mean, he saved my life. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for him at this point.
Anything?
I probably wouldn't buy him a Ferrari because I don't think he could drive one.
He said that Peanut has been right by his side ever since, and I thought this story had to be shared. What a beautiful story. Sports and weather are next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, it just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
Congratulations are in order as your New Mexico Lobos have won the 2024 Mountain West Basketball Championship by defeating San Diego State.
Butler for three, and the Lobos, who started the week on the bubble, just put their name in the bracket.
68-61. This is the first Mountain West tournament title for UNM since 2014. That's when the Lobos beat San Diego State. And as you heard, New Mexico now gets an automatic bid into the NCAA tournament as the number 11 seed, and they'll play number 6 Clemson in the opening round in Memphis, Tennessee on Friday. This marks the 16th NCAA tournament appearance for UNM and the first since 2014. The Lobos' last win in the tournament came in 2012 against Long Beach State. There are 8 games for New Mexico softball today, including Mescalero at Deming, and 8 games for New Mexico baseball today, including Ruidoso at Capitan. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for partly sunny skies and a 20% chance for showers. Mostly cloudy tonight with a 20% chance for showers. Winds gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny with a 20% chance of showers. Your high today in the basin, 60. Low tonight of 41. High tomorrow, 64 degrees. In Cloudcroft, partly sunny skies today with a 40% chance for snow. Winds gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. New snow accumulation of 1 to 3 inches expected. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a 20% chance for snow. Winds gusting as high as 24. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny. There's a 30% chance for rain and snow. Winds will be gusting as high as 18 miles per hour. Your high today for Cloudcroft, 34. Low tonight, 26. High tomorrow, 43 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. Well, that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. Can anyone out there text me a throat lozenge, please?